Only thing that's been bothering me, man, is especially like in all these texting groups and shit, how everybody is trying to demonize dude or whatever based on these allegations, bro. And that's all they are, allegations. And we can't be the court of public opinion can't be the end all be all when it comes to somebody's success and how they move. Like everybody's mad at him because he got a guaranteed contract, even though like 22 women have said whatever it is they said about him. But dude, they have presented, like the prosecution has presented their facts and case and all this shit, their case in front of 2 grand juries. Yep. And 2 grand juries decided not to indict him. So for somebody like me, if you a believer in law and how our judicial system works, you should be, and if you have faith in it, because I know a lot of people be vouching for cops, all this other stuff. If you got faith in all that stuff, then you got to understand that, hey, this is the system that you believe in. This is how it works, and they chose not to indict him. So you got to look at him like, hey, all right, this is an innocent man by law. To say, since it wasn't, you couldn't prove what probable cause. Yeah. Hey, he out of there now. Yeah. So he's free to go make the moves that he wants to make. He's free to go make the money that he deserves. Thanks. He's free to go do whatever the fuck he want to do now.
Oh, gee. Let go. All my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get pulled. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the book. Okay, all my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get pulled. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for hate.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Riley, aka Riley the Great. You are now tuned in to another episode of the Millennial Mayhem Podcast. We here.
Yes, sir.
As y'all know, I got my cousin with me, Young Tony D. What's going on, G?
It's a beautiful goddamn day in Zamunda.
Yeah, man.
Guess what? Your boy finna turn 36. So
yeah, old ass.
My Jerome Bettis year. You feel me? I'm like Steve, the bus. But nah, man, it's a good day, bro.
Yeah, good day, good weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Started off great.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. And we got the abominable light skin with the WrestleMania t-shirt on. Young Ray Matthews, what's going on, G?
Well, I'm here to.
I was just about to.
Well, I call bullshit on you, Steven. Always fucking up my nicknames.
Hey, I throw my own little spin on them hoes. That's what I'm saying. Y'all trust me to do that, so I'm doing my thing. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
You're right, fam.
On this whiskey.
On this whiskey.
What's going on, though, bro?
I'm chilling, bro. Just
chilling.
Shit. Tired, boss.
Tired. You had a long morning.
Oh yeah, we here.
Tired,
We did this volunteer thing. This morning for the kids.
Shout out to Jamal. I need to post that though.
Yeah.
I forgot to post it, but yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to Jamal, aka Ramaj, aka Off the Record. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for setting that up for my boys. I unfortunately could not participate.
Set up. Somebody got set up.
Yeah.
We was there.
Yeah. So
we had representation.
Millennial Mayhem was in the building.
Yeah, Millennial Mayhem was in the building.
Even if it's one of us.
Yeah.
It's in the
Millennial Mayhem was there.
Yeah. So
that's the
shout
reality.
out to that. Yeah, we volunteer, bro. That's what we do, man. We take care. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the hood. Hood take care of us. You feel me? Nah, I'm being dead ass, bro. Boys don't think we be out there. We out there in them streets, man, making it happen. You feel me?
Got to. For sure.
Hey, we got a good show for y'all today, man. But
yeah, we
first let me take a little sip of this whiskey, man.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good. Go ahead, Tom.
I got you, dog. Man, it's been a while since we done really talked about current stuff that's happening around us. So that's what we hitting y'all with today, man.
Yeah.
Something super chill.
Super chill. And we got it, man. This stuff we got to speak on, man. Like, you know what I mean? We got to tackle the thing with Lia Thomas. We're going to get into that a little bit later.
No. Let's start that right now.
You want to start that right now?
Let's start that right now.
Hold on. Nah. We ain't going to start. We going to get to that. We gonna get, but y'all know we got to talk about Lia Thomas.
Yep.
We got to talk about Supreme Court Justice nominee Kenjita Brown-Jackson. My bad, because she married. She is married.
Yep.
But first, man, we got to talk. Man, we got to talk about how crazy this NFL free agency has been, man.
Bro, this has been one of the most active NFL free agent like off seasons that we've seen in a long time, bro. Like we talking about, there's been 3 franchise quarterbacks that have moved. Like cornerstone, like Russell Wilson left. You know what I'm saying? Matt Ryan left.
Russell Wilson sorry though.
What? Stop it. Stop. What?
He's sorry, bro.
Okay, whatever.
I don't think he was worth all that shit he got.
Nigga.
Why not?
Why not?
Because he ain't won shit in the last 2 years.
So
he just like your boy A-Rod. A-Rod. Hey, he ain't been to the Super Bowl.
Ain't worth it.
A-Rod, you think I would not have gave that boy 150.
Who would you would have gave him less?
I would have shipped his ass up out of there.
And then who you would have went with?
Gotta run with your
rookie.
You gotta run with your draft pick, bro.
Jordan Love. That's why you
took him
I know who there. I'm just saying you ain't gonna pick Jordan Love over Aaron Rodgers off of principle.
This is what I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. If I and y'all already know how I feel about the draft. If I take any motherfucker in the first round, you gotta play. You playing. You playing only for the simple fact that.
Cheap.
I gotta pay you more than any other rookie in my draft class or whatnot. So you gotta come in and make and start giving me immediate dividends. You know what I'm saying? Start producing immediate dividends for me to actually understand that this investment was a good investment.
When did he get drafted? Was it 2020 or 2019?
I don't know. I don't remember.
2 years.
Okay, so I'm not opposed to the fact of letting the quarterback sit. Like if he has to sit because I have somebody there that's gonna hold the ship, then I'm all right. Like Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes probably could have started day one, but all right, Alex Smith was doing a good enough job for him to keep the job. Like if Alex Smith was sorry, like real sorry, like okay, we can't do nothing with this cat, then of course you start Patrick Mahomes, but that ain't the case. Like I think Jordan Love deserves an opportunity at this point. Like, I would have got rid of Aaron Rodgers. Oh, somebody need him? I would have stockpiled. Like, bro, you 37. You can't win the big game like you supposed to. My bro, you holding up my franchise and you commanding a lot of money. You out of here.
You won. Exactly.
He won the big game.
What big game?
Bro, that was in 2009, 2010.
Why do we do this though? But because somebody is so good, that means that they gotta. If they not winning, then they not so good. Do we understand? No. Hold on. Do we understand how hard it is to win?
Yes.
NFL or any professional sporting championship? Everybody ain't Brady and Jordan.
But there's things that come along.
You know what I'm saying? Like
there's things that come along with that though. Like you're commanding a lot of money.
And you're supposed to.
And you are old, but we're also like we're gutting out. We can't pay everybody else because we're paying you so much, and they still. Or not winning the big game that we need to.
The Packers issue wasn't because they couldn't pay nobody because they was paying him, because they could have gave Devontae. They still had money to give Devontae.
Okay, so
he just chose to go play. He on some high school sweetheart
with
shit.
His partner.
He want to go play with his homie. So that
ain't high school sweetheart shit. Because I would rather play with my partners than play with anybody else. So stop that.
That's what it is. I wasn't saying it's negative though. I wasn't.
You did.
I never.
Hold on, wait a minute. So the Patriots, not the Patriots, but the Packers offered him $30 million a year.
They matched the Raiders offer.
They did match it.
They matched the Raiders offer. Yeah, he just chose to play with him because they played in college.
Right. So. He said, "Forget A-Rod."
Yeah.
But that's why you don't pay A-Rod $50 million, because the legit motherfucker he with don't want to play with him.
And now they have to find somebody to replace him. And who's gonna replace that?
Well, if A-Rod is really A-Rod, he really that good.
But bro, A-Rod been showing you, hey fam, I'm kind of wishy-washy in the big games. You may win it, you may not. And we all was sitting right in this living room. And what I say, hey bro, Aaron Rodgers don't score. These niggas gonna lose versus the 49ers. I said that before I left at halftime. And what happened?
Yeah, he didn't score.
He didn't score. Them niggas falls.
Listen, I don't know. That may be why I'm a Brady fan, because it's just hard to win. But it's just like I never get that feeling. When I'm like, it's the same thing with Kobe. It's like I never got that feeling. If we in the game, if we remotely in the game, and I got them on my team, I'm just chilling, like, because I know at some point it's gonna kick in. Everybody just don't have that though. You know what I'm saying? So A-Rod, as good as he is, he just don't. Russ, as good as he is, he just don't. Pat, as good as he is,
that's what I'm saying. A-Rod been there since 2006.
Yeah,
and they've been to one Super Bowl. It's 2022.
I thought they've been to. No, they only been to one.
They only been to one Super Bowl.
They been to two.
They ain't been to two. They've been to one Super Bowl.
And they won versus Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember him coming back to the big dance.
And man,
you know what I'm saying? So, hey, if you ain't got me to the big dance since, you know what I'm saying, in like 15 odd years, then you got to keep it pushing.
And he in the NFC because Peyton always had the excuse. I always get that boy excuse. Like
he was running against Brady like,
and them teams.
It
ain't Brady. He's running against
shut the fuck
Belichick.
up, dog. Brady, shut
Belichick.
up.
That's true. Because defenses was
because Brady ain't defending. He ain't defended against Peyton Manning.
And you can't lie.
Belichick defending against.
They scored. They was scoring every time they beat the Colts. What are y'all talking about?
But they wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like
30 points is scoring.
All right.
In football, you scored 30?
And Peyton wasn't scoring as much.
Right.
That's why we say
that's defense.
That's defense.
No. Oh God.
And I'm not saying no.
Crazy.
I'm not saying
so if LeBron scored 40 against
basketball.
How? What was
that's basketball. That's different.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay.
All right. Regardless, man.
Okay.
Let me say this, man.
Brady's back.
Brady came back.
He's sorry too. Fuck that.
Well, Brady came back, and then what just happened? Your boy Tyreek Hill. I never thought he would leave the Chiefs, and that boy just jetted.
That was solid.
That was a money move.
That was solid.
Yeah, that's a money move.
But he said it though. He said it in his interview. Like, shit, them motherfuckers paying me this.
I'm out.
I'm out here, bro, and I'm going to Miami. I wouldn't mind going to Miami too if I was making no state income tax.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. You getting your bread to the fullest extent, and you out here in Miami with all these broads and shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He a young dude.
You in the nightlife,
yeah,
like for real.
Highest paid position player that's not a quarterback.
Right.
Yup.
See ya.
Yeah,
And them boy,
Pat Mahomes, you gotta earn that. You gotta earn that money.
the
Not
Dolphins
player.
got a damn track team out there.
Yeah.
Them boys fast.
They got a track team, but the nigga throwing it to him got a noodle.
He's sorry.
Well,
sorry,
this is a make or break season for him, bro.
Yeah, this
is a make or break. Like, you got all the talent around you. You got to do something.
We gonna see.
Got to put up or shut up.
Yeah, because he got Jalen Waddle. He got
Tyreek Hill, and running back. I forgot his name right now, but they got the running back. He pretty fast.
So they gave him everything he wanted,
and they still got the tight end, Gesicki. I messed up his name.
Yeah, man. Shit,
But you know what it is.
You got a phone, bro. You can look that shit up, nigga.
Top of the dome, bro.
Relax. Top of the
Relax.
out around this hill, bro. Yeah.
And well, shit, man. How y'all feel about Watson leaving, bro?
I'm okay with it.
How you feel about him going to specifically Cleveland?
I'm okay with it. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal to me. The only thing that's been bothering me, man, is especially like in all these texting groups and shit, how everybody is trying to demonize dude or whatever based on these allegations, bro. And that's all they are, allegations. And we can't be the court of public opinion can't be the end all be all when it comes to somebody's success and how they move. Like, everybody's mad at him because he got a guaranteed contract, even though like 22 women have said whatever it is they said about him. But dude, they have presented, like, the prosecution has presented their facts and case and all this shit, their case in front of 2 grand juries.
Yep. And 2 grand juries decided not to indict him. So for somebody like me, if you a believer in law and how our judicial system works, you should be, and if you have faith in it, because I know a lot of people be vouching for cops, all this other stuff. If you got faith in all that stuff, then you got to understand that, hey, this is the system that you believe in. This is how it works, and they chose not to indict him. So you got to look at him like, hey, all right, this is an innocent man by law. To say, since it wasn't, you couldn't prove what probable cause. Yeah.
Hey, he out of there now.
Yeah.
So he's free to go make the moves that he wants to make. He's free to go make the money that he deserves. He's free to go do whatever the fuck he want to do now. And you guys just got to look at it like that. And that's how I look at it. I mean, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, about the 22 breezies. I don't know if anybody lying. I don't know if anybody telling the truth. All I know is whatever was said at those hearings, those prosecution hearings, didn't move the jury to be like, let's indict this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We just gotta give it some time, man. Boys ain't giving enough time to let everything unfold. We acting like we was in the courtroom with them, listening to everything happen. It's so crazy that people can't see that it could be, or people don't believe it's possible for 22 women to make something up about somebody when Shit, I don't know if anybody remember going to the grocery store. Shit, if I saw a wet spot on the floor at the grocery store, I was like, shit, how I'm going to slip up that motherfucker so I can maybe hurt my back and get some money up out you. Like, that nigga pull up in a neon green Ferrari. I'm looking at you like a meal ticket. Like, you say the wrong, inappropriate thing to me that may not even be inappropriate. I'm trying to figure out how I can get some bread out of it. So
it's wild that people don't think that women don't bend the truth.
Just people.
Like, man, just say lie, bro. Stop, because you be trying to be politically correct.
No, what I mean by
nigga.
Hold on. What I mean by being the truth, because look, some of them have already lied, and I'm gonna say that
flat out.
Some of them have already flat out lied, but some others may have bent the truth as well.
Yeah.
Both are correct. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't
it's
leave
crazy.
out the lie then, bitch.
I was trying to get there before I was cut off.
Steve ain't let you.
My bad.
Like,
My bad.
like it is perfectly possible that it has happened. It's perfectly possible that nigga did do something wrong. But we don't fucking know.
Right.
And the problem that I have with public opinion is that people have already said, "Oh, this nigga lying. He did it. Like, he's guilty." Off top, I'm like, bro, we don't know shit.
Who hurt you?
Like, we don't know shit. I know it's 22 women. It looks bad. But that don't mean that he committed a crime.
But this is, bro. But some of the stories are just so far fetched, bro. Like, the girl said that he ejaculated on her hand, bro. Like, this takes me back to the episode of Boondocks when Riley was talking about R. Kelly. He was like, if it's me, if I see piss coming, I move. She saw piss coming and she stayed. So it's like, all right, if you see semen coming, you would move, right? You wouldn't have your hand even in the area. Or you telling me this man running around with his, you know what I'm saying, with holding himself, trying to, no, come on, bro. Like, the scenario just don't make no sense. It don't, like, for a massage, what are you doing for a massage? You're stationary. You're in one spot. You in one spot getting massaged. You're not gonna run around and try to, like, you know, like, scoot on somebody's hand, bro. Like, what?
You know what, though? Like, listening to that his whole press conference yesterday, I said it.
Man, he denied all that shit.
I said it on Twitter. That's what he gonna do. He been denying it since day one.
Yeah, he gonna deny that shit.
There was nothing else to expect, but there were so many people like, "Oh, he bombed it, bro." What were you expecting?
Nah, he kept it a buck.
What were you expecting? Like, bro, he's gonna keep denying it. There is an ongoing investigation, so he can't say too much. Like, you knew that going in.
His speech, you could tell his lawyers wrote his speech because he said, "I'm focused on this," and then he left him with, and being a good son, because that's how my mama raised me.
Rusty Harden ain't
that nigga lawyer live,
and he's a good. Rusty Harden is legit.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But my thing with people, bro, I hate it. Like, we know, first and foremost, all these Houston Texans group that's been out here shitting on Watson, like, we already know. First and foremost, your tone would be very goddamn different if Watson didn't want to leave the Texans.
Yeah.
We know that first and foremost. You ain't got to tell me nothing.
Yeah.
And you ain't got to lie about it. If Watson didn't want to leave the Texans, you'd be right in his damn corner.
Yep.
Yeah, but
so
let's stop bullshit.
Let's stop the bullshit. Second of all, did you hear the reason why he said he wanted to leave? Because, we were going in two different directions. And niggas was upset. Like, hold on. Did y'all not see them niggas trade Dwayne Brown, which is a Pro Bowl left tackle? What's the cornerstone of having a good quarterback? A good offensive line, right? Mm-hmm. You traded him. Then you get rid of DeAndre Hopkins. Bro, for peanuts. You know what I'm saying? Then you let so many other good free agents leave, and now instead of, we went to the playoffs one year, we lost. We go to the playoffs the next year, we win one game, and then we lose to the Chiefs. Then the next year, you just get that year you get rid of everybody. Now we can't even make the damn playoffs. We go 4-12, and you want to rebuild during the prime of your franchise quarterback's career. You don't do shit like that. That'll make me want to leave too. Nobody does that.
I mean, but he only 25, bro.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? He part of the rebuild anyway. You're part of the rebuild.
But you already had it in place. That's what I'm saying. And on a rookie contract.
Dwayne Brown was old.
Wait. No, he wasn't old because he's still playing.
He was still older.
Bro, that was
he a free agent right now. This
is literally
he's older.
They traded him in 2017, bro. This is literally going on 4 years now. He's still playing. Like he's still playing, and then, but here's the problem.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
Hold on.
The big deal for me was the Hop trade.
No,
that was
no.
Everything.
See, you're
All the rest
forgetting
of the pieces.
steps. You're forgetting steps. When you traded Dwayne Brown, you know what they had to do to recompensate and get another left tackle?
Spend all that money on
Laramie Thompson and trade them first round picks.
Yeah, that's
it was
true.
a domino
That was
effect.
dumb.
That was just dumb.
Domino effect, bro.
But they could have found somebody that was.
They didn't. You know how hard it is finding a left tackle. That's what I'm saying. It's so hard. Like the two cornerstone things that you want, somebody to protect your quarterback and the quarterback. And once you find them, nobody, like, name me a franchise that does that. Nobody.
I mean, the Pacers just traded Shaq
They didn't
Mason.
They didn't trade their left tackle.
Shaq Mason.
Shaq Mason.
Yeah.
He ain't Pro Bowl, bro. He's not
Dwayne
all
Brown
pro.
Dwayne Brown.
Dwayne Brown was a Pro Bowl and former All Pro. Stop that. Let's
Not
be
when
real.
they traded him. Shaq Mason.
He was Pro Bowl.
Okay.
He was Pro Bowl when they traded him, bro.
I'm just saying that wasn't the move for me that showed they was going
no,
different directions.
I'm with
move-
Brady.
okay,
I'm with
now
the
I'm
hop.
with it.
Fuck
Okay,
Dwayne
it was the
Brown.
hop,
right.
It was hot.
But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is
That was
there was a domino effect
He
that
could
came
still
from
a
that.
quarterback could still
Because look,
he a running
I'm with you.
quarterback too, so he could like that one offensive lineman shouldn't make you think your franchise don't care about you. Like are they going different? But you trade
It's one of them.
you trade my favorite target. Now we got an issue, and then you don't replace him. He got to go with niggas like what's the light skinned nigga name from
Will
Notre
Fuller?
Dame. He got to rely on niggas like Will Fuller,
Who's out of there?
But
Right.
he relied on Brandon Cooks too.
Oh well, Cooks, yeah,
And
yeah,
Cooks
yeah,
has been
yeah.
solid. And don't get
But
me
Cooks
wrong.
ain't no number one though. He a number
Nah,
two.
he definitely a number two. He definitely.
But
number
Cooks
two.
is solid. He
Yeah,
show
nah,
up and
he
produce
was
every
solid.
year.
Yeah.
But my thing is, bro, we looking at the Texans, and over the past 3-4 years, the talent has just gone down the shitter via trade or via free agency. And
Thanks,
like,
O'Brien.
But here's what's the fucked up thing, bro? What has everybody been saying about Houston, Texas front office the last 3 or 4 years?
They trash.
Right. And now we mad at Watson for wanting to leave because he basically saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is tripping.
I think it's
Y'all
more.
niggas tripping.
He don't have a good relationship with the ownership.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's the ex players. It's the ex players influencing that a whole lot.
And then
No,
Andre Johnson and them saying like, hey,
yeah.
all of them, they've been saying a lot of stuff.
That's an influence. But I mean, we see it too. But here's the thing.
I'm
Everybody was saying
not
the
mad
same
at Watson.
thing.
I'm okay with Watson, but
I'm not mad at because
Yeah.
he got 230 million
Guaranteed.
Get your money. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Go
And
get your
everybody
bread,
like,
bro.
well, how he signed, bro? Stop acting like you wouldn't reach for the most money that you can either. Stop it.
And then, man, you know what made me so mad about that? Nick Wright, old pickle nose, weird looking ass, was on that mother talking down on the whole trade simply because he's like a Baker fan. And I'm trying to
Baker fan.
I'm like, bro, you got to understand, bro. Like, with a franchise like the Browns that's not used to having anybody legit at that position, they have incentive to go all out for that position because they've never had nobody like Deshaun Watson. Not in my lifetime, not in anybody's lifetime. So you got to sell out for good players, man, that you think can affect your franchise in a positive manner. And Baker just was not that guy. I don't give a fuck how you look at it, bro. Yeah. Baker was a lot of this. He was a lot of talking, but he wasn't a lot of displaying, bro. We know a lot of guys that are all bark, no bite. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doing all these commercials and shit, man. But man, shut up and get out there and perform.
Man, when the Browns got OBJ, the before the season, boys
everybody was
putting
like,
them in the
yeah,
Super Bowl.
yeah.
I was like, bro,
Super
the
Bowl.
Browns got, and you know what? This is why I say, hey, the Browns won that trade, bro. They didn't give up no players on a talented roster. They didn't give up no players. Now, what they do have to do is find somebody to go along with Amari Cooper. They already got a tight end. They got two good running backs, but they just got to find another outside weapon, bro. And they got a legit quarterback. Defense, I think that they'll get it together. They middle of the road, but like, bro, you got the quarterback and you got good talent around them. And the Browns won.
This is the thing, man. I just got to bring this up, man. Like, because we millennials, we try to like center our arguments around millennial perspective, and I'm looking at that because I think Baker's like 25 or something.
Yeah, he's young.
He's a young guy or whatever, and the generations after millennial, because everybody kind of make everybody like that's young a millennial. No,
Everybody
he's not a millennial. He's like a Generation Z guy, and These motherfuckers are so soft, dog. Like they soft as cottonelle tissue, bro. Because they scared of competition. They scared, when somebody kind of infringes on their little space over there because they get so comfortable in that space. But we always talk about not being comfortable. Make sure you're not comfortable because your shit can get slapped. You can get slapped at any time. And for him to drop that note, that note online or whatever. I'm just looking at him like, bro, the next generation, the generations behind us are going to be so soft till niggas are just going to be, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, if you accidentally brush somebody, you know what I'm saying, while walking by, they're going to be like, damn, this is racial injustice. Oh, this is this motherfucker is trying to come at me. Like, damn, bro, you didn't play well. You know it. Like if I work, we all work. Everybody in this room right now works. We know when we're not performing well at work.
Right. And
if you're not performing well at work, you're subject to either get terminated or get replaced.
Yep. That's simple.
That is life. It's life. It's been like that since the fucking beginning of the time. If we know somebody can do your job better than what you're doing,
you're out of here.
You're gone. Especially if it's going to make
a robot.
Donald Trump said, "You're fired. Get him out of here."
Yeah. Even if I got to spend a little bit more for you, the benefits from me spending more for you to give me a better outcome is going to pay dividends for me. You got to understand that. Yep. And that's the thing, man. Like he dropped that shit on, online, bro. I thought that shit was so weak, bro.
It's been a good run.
Yeah, that was so weak. That was some old bow out type shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit whack, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you didn't play good.
Yeah.
Nigga, take this shit on the chin and to get better. Get better. Like, use it as motivation to get better. And that's the thing about us, man. Like, we get hit in the mouth like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, we got to bounce. Like, but you got no other choice. I'm not finna show that I'm feeling the type of way about anything.
Yeah.
And that may be our downfall as far as a generation or whatever. But I'm not finna show the world that I'm feeling bad because I might be replaced. I'm just gonna look at it like, fuck, bro. All right, it happened.
How I'm gonna
get better so this shit don't happen again.
Straight up.
That's it.
That's why that nigga ain't gonna never get dating. A lot of them don't see. That's why a lot of them never gonna get better, because in order to get better, you have to understand that you're not better, or you have to say that you're not better in order to get better. And most of them don't even want to do that. They living on that, especially in that world. I was speaking in the athletic, you know what I'm saying, professional athlete world.
Yeah.
They living off of that high school, college. Because I watch a lot of ET, and he speaks to a lot of professional sporting teams, soccer, basketball, whatever. And that's what he talks about, is like getting them like living off of like high school or college. Like you was the man then, like you was the man in high school, you was the man in college or whatever the case may be. But once you get to this professional world, you got to realize that everybody was the man.
Everybody's even the man in college too, especially when you go to one of them Power 5 schools.
Yeah,
everybody, Georgia, Alabama, everybody was the man at their school.
So you got to you got to separate yourself in the amount of work.
You got to separate yourself, especially when you get taken. Like I said, in the top 5. You get taken in the top.
That was number 1.
Yeah, number one. I
just tried to brag it, but number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
Yeah, bro.
But hey, man,
soft ass man.
The NFL, man. Shit, I'm looking forward to next season because there's just a lot of new faces in new places, bro.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm looking forward to next year. My Texans. Oh, goddamn.
I mean,
we're gonna be sorry for another 4-5 years.
But hold on. Shout out to my boy Davis Mills, because I was down on you at the beginning, and then you came back strong at the end. So I'm feeling a little bit better about Davis Mills myself. I can't lie.
He had one of the best statistical rookie years ever.
Right.
Nobody's talking about that.
About him.
The Deshaun thing is overshadowed, and that sucks for him, because this Deshaun cloud is like hanging over him a little bit, and he in the back like, bro, I killed up numbers.
Yeah,
like,
this is my thing. I'm not saying that
they got 5 draft picks.
He's not worthy of having the praise, because he did look. Because I was like, boy, you look bad, but he did come on strong. My thing is, it's so hard to find franchise quarterbacks, and I'm hoping that this is the situation where we found lightning in the bottle.
Yeah,
Twice.
I mean, they got 5 draft picks.
No. I'm talking about specifically Davis Mills. I'm hoping that we found lightning in the bottle twice. I'm hoping that he's that good.
Who will be the first?
Shit, having Watson, like, you know how hard it is to find a franchise quarterback.
Oh,
like,
okay,
there's
okay,
plenty.
okay, yeah.
You know, there's
I see what
plenty of
you're saying.
quarterbacks that have been taken, you know, top 10, and they just don't pan out. However, or first round, and you know they don't pan out. But Watson did pan out. We see what he brings to the table. I'm just hoping Davis Mills can be a franchise quarterback. That's it. Now they have to hit on all the rest of these picks, though.
Yeah, and I'm sure they are. I have faith in our GM, and I think that ownership has given him the reins.
That's what they need.
I just need them to back out the way.
Just do
the reins, move.
And Jerry Jones,
yeah,
get up out of here.
Get up out of here. Moving on.
Shit.
We got to talk about Lia Thomas.
Can we talk about Brittney first?
You want to talk about Brittney first?
Yeah, let's.
We ain't got to spend too much time on Brittney.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's get
because
Brittney
her
out the
parents have said they don't want a whole bunch of spotlight on her. So
Okay.
all I'm gonna say is, man, I'm hoping that she come back well and soon.
I hope she comes back well and as soon. I'm a firm believer in getting her back home. I'm okay with that. The only thing that bothers me about that is that you see arguments on Facebook saying, "Well, you got to they're saying, well, we got to first look at why she's over there in the first place."
To play basketball.
No, talking about the WNBA and its popularity and stuff like that. And this is my thing about that, bro. Like, they're doing what they can to promote it. It's not like, everybody's sitting idle and not trying to promote the WNBA to the masses in America. It's just not a popular sport. It's just not popular. And you can't hold that against folks, man. Like, they only play 30 games a year, right? Boys are saying people are saying man, she shouldn't have to go there, but they only play 30 games a year because I think they're sharing stadiums with the men, right? Who already have their contracts already lined out as far as utilizing those stadiums or whatever. So
they're either sharing them with the men basketball or they're sharing them with hockey. Or
yeah. So it's just all right. So how many games can they actually play without interfering with something that's already making these owners and people that big money?
Yeah.
So it's hard to extend the games further than what they are because it's only restricted to the summer. I think it is it's kind of like the summer
from now into the summer.
Yeah. So all right. So 30, 40 games regular season, and then and so for them to so I think they were thinking about women in regards to making that money because we start our season before people overseas start their season, right? So I think that was a ploy. Hey, I know you guys got to go get your bread. Our seasons have to be limited. You know what I'm saying? Due to everything that everybody else is using these stadiums. So we'll give you, what I'm saying? We'll do this early. You'll be able to move on to Russia or whatever and go make your bread. Because dudes are playing 82 games. Women are playing 30. When they go overseas, it equates to the same, amount of games. Yeah. So we should kind of low-key factor that money into how and comparing it to a man that plays 82 games a season. And I hate this whole argument about, man, it's inequality or whatever, blah blah blah. They compared Sue Bird to LeBron or whatever, and they showed how much they're making in retrospect to how much the league is making, and the shit was the same. It was the same. As far as percentages, it was the same.
Same percentages.
It was the same percentage of the total revenue or whatever when it comes to that. And we got to kill this. We got to kill this argument because it holds no weight. It holds no weight. From what I've read, a lot more men watch women's basketball than women do. So who are you holding accountable on this shit? You can't be holding accountable men on this. Especially when motherfuckers men are trying to support it the best way they can. We just had Iguodala. Iguodala said on his Twitter, that was a year ago. He was saying that number such and such is killing it.
Oh yeah,
and then she was on there talking about say my name. Bro, you know how many niggas be on Twitter saying number such and such is killing it?
For
you know
niggas.
what I'm saying? For niggas, like, playing football. And you talking about, say, like, see, there you go, doing the most. And that's why people, like, you turn people off with that shit, bro. Just
I don't know
recognize
your
that.
name. I gotta watch the shit to actually get to know who you are first and foremost.
Exactly.
That could have been my third time watching the game, man. These expectations that they have for inequality, or that people, I'm not even gonna say breezies, but that people have for inequality and how it should be like portrayed is not realistic, man. It's like they make that kind of money overseas, but overseas they don't have the NBA to compete against. Overseas they don't have the NFL to compete against. We literally have
Or
the
baseball.
biggest markets in every single sport that we put
Except
on
for
display.
soccer.
And it's unrealistic for you to expect
Except for
to
soccer.
match that, bro. Like I don't know what else you want. I go as much woman basketball as I can watch. I watch it, but it's only so many times I could just watch you put it between your legs and slowly go around the pick and shoot a little mid range. Like
Man,
then
there's some. I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's some.
I'm
female
saying,
ballers.
generally speaking, man. Don't make me sound like I don't like it, because
no, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that all women are slow.
Let me finish.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Like when it's just like basketball. Like, fam, I'm not, like, on a Tuesday night or Wednesday night, if you know NBA TV is showing two of the worst teams in the league, I'm gonna go to sleep on it
Every single time.
every single time. I don't care. Like, I want to see the best players play.
But then they're
You know
never
what
going to
I'm
do
saying?
that, though.
Shit, NBA TV will.
Oh, NBA TV. Man,
But that's
everybody don't
what
have NBA TV.
But I'm just relax, bro. Relax. I'm just talking about an instance. Like, okay, for example, the New York Knicks. I don't want to see, like, the Knicks is fucking sorry. I don't want to keep seeing the Knicks on primetime TV, so I'm not going to tune in.
The Knicks are good.
No, they not. These niggas are not in the playoff picture. They're not going to go. They're barely.
When are they on during prime time?
Nigga, do you not, bro? Bro, they was just on primarily because they were playing Atlanta Hawks
Exactly.
and Trae Young.
All right, then.
But go back and look at your TV, bro. The Knicks have been on primetime TV because of who they are playing. When there have been better matchups, but there have been better matchups on.
Right. If LeBron is on the
However,
if LeBron is on the TV and he's playing in New York, I'm going to put LeBron in New York on the TV.
But here's the thing: you're watching LeBron. You're not. Listen to me. I'm not watching the Knicks. I don't care if the Knicks, like, Trae Young ain't that big of a money grab as compared to LeBron. Right or wrong?
I mean, yeah, but it's not the argument, though.
My argument is I don't care who the Knicks are playing as long as it ain't one of the best teams in the league. Like, if it ain't Giannis, if it ain't LeBron, if it ain't Curry, why are the Knicks even on TV?
Why you making
what I'm saying is, when it comes to the WNBA, it needs to be the best teams on TV for most people to look into it.
Man, people, the best teams in the WNBA be on TV. Dana Taurasi and them be on TV. Niggas still don't watch. Candace Parker be on TV. We know who they are. We know who they are. We like, all right. No, we know who they are. We know who they. Nigga, the Comets won 4 championships in a row, and then the franchise folded. We knew who Cynthia Cooper was. We knew who Cheryl Swoops was. We knew who Tina Thompson was. I was watching it.
I was definitely watching it.
You know what I'm saying? And they still folded. Like, I mean, that ain't the remedy to make sure that they making, or even getting close to making, what the men are making. That's not the remedy, bro. To me, honestly, bro, I'm with Shaq. Shaq said, lower them goals to 9 feet so y'all can be out there dunking on breezes.
It's got to be entertaining.
But you know what? Yeah. When he said that to Candace Parker on the TV show, on the TNT show, and she was like,
I remember that.
She got like a little offended.
Yeah, I remember that.
What you getting offended for? What are you getting? He's trying to bring excitement to the sport. We got a show on HBO Max right now. The Showtime, what is it called? Showtime Lakers.
Yeah.
Where they talking about the flash and the pizzazz that brought the attention to the NBA. They're talking about all that. You got to do some things that are unconventional to bring excitement to the game, like you guys just said. And I think lowering them goals so Candace Parker can tomahawk a bitch. excuse my language, so she can reverse a windmill on somebody. I think bro, I swear I'll be in that hole looking too. I'll be in that hole watching too. Like, damn, bro, Candace dunked the shit out that breeze. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey.
That's what makes it exciting, man. Nigga, I don't know how many boring videos niggas pull up and watch on YouTube, but I'm not just excited to pull up a video about paint drying on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotta be something exciting, man. It's like I know I said slow. I just don't know. It's just not as exciting.
It's not exciting, bro. It's not.
As the men, we can limit it to dunking, but it's so many other factors that involved in.
I mean, you know what's wild though? Like,
they
you know
got
what's
strings.
wild?
They definitely got strings.
I think that the women's NCAA is vastly more popular than the WNBA.
Oh, yeah.
I think that, and it's not even just March Madness. Like, when women's college basketball on, and I may have to research this, but I think that they garner more attention.
Nah, I don't know about that, Tony D.
The top programs?
I don't know, especially when you like.
I think so.
I think the top programs.
I think the top programs do, because they got parents. You think about it, parents and students, alumni. They come to the games.
They come to the games, but I feel you. But when the score is like 40-4. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a discrepancy between Breezy.
And that's what I'm saying.
So we just saying two top teams.
Okay, even with two top teams, like motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? UConn, it beat niggas about 70 around this mud. Like, bro, that shit, I don't get it done.
You know, Don Staley, the coach of South Carolina. Like her program versus UConn. Like, I think that garners more attention. That's probably going to garner more attention than any of the two best teams in the WNBA. But I mean, you look at it. How many players from those two teams are going to end up in the WNBA?
I mean, I got you. I understand.
It's kind of like watching NCAA football. Like, you watch Georgia and Alabama. How many players from them teams gonna end up in the NFL team?
I mean, that's true.
They're gonna garner a lot of attention versus two sorry goddamn teams in the NBA. I mean, in the NFL, right?
That's true.
They just hurt, dog. These girls just hurt.
Nah,
they was playing basketball with the niggas growing up, and the nigga that was watching it was sorry as hell. He like, man, y'all gonna put me on the girl?
Yeah. Speaking of putting a nigga on the girl. Speaking of putting a nigga on the girl, I think that's a perfect segue to get to Lia Thomas.
Boy.
I think that's a perfect segue to get to Lia Thomas, man.
They gonna put the nigga on the girl.
Hey. We gotta address this, bro. We gotta address this Lia Thomas thing. For those who don't know, man, Lia Thomas was a male swimmer at Penn? At Penn? Yeah. Male swimmer at Penn. That nigga, he was bottom 5,000 ranked as a swimmer. Bottom 5,000
Trash bucket
at swimming. And then that boy said, I decided to be a woman. And that nigga went top 5. If you don't see a problem with that,
shame on you.
I don't know what to say to you, bro.
Shame on you. I know what to say. Shame on you. If you don't see no problem with that, shame on you.
Bruh, because this thing is getting out of hand. And I for one, will say, I have no issue with that community.
None of us.
LG. I don't even know all the damn
LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, I don't have no problems with it.
To me.
Yeah,
I don't know the explanation. I just know
but
I don't know the plus.
But you gotta understand. You gotta understand the advantage somebody that went through puberty as a male has
over a woman,
over the general population of women. You have to understand that. You can't, you can tell me about hormone therapy and all the rest of this stuff for 2 years, blah, blah, blah. You can tell me about that. But still, you cannot, you know what I'm saying, to just completely neglect the fact that this man, through puberty, his muscles were growing through that time frame. His bone density was getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just neglect that. He's 6, he look like he's 6'3" or some shit.
Yeah.
What breeze you know regularly is 6'3"? Like, come on, man. Like, we got to stop this narrative and stop saying, like, everybody's on the same playing field. Because if you go from what you was, and you was bottom 5,000, and then you go to, you know what I'm saying, top, it's not the same play. It's very different, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I wouldn't. And like somebody even posted online the other day. It's like, imagine if Mike Tyson, saying I decided I identify as a woman, and they want to go into boxing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's bring it. So Clarissa Shields, you know who that is, right? The like she's a black lady, best female boxer there is out there. Like she legit.
Yeah.
Imagine if a nigga like Earl Spence is like, I think I feel like a woman.
Yeah.
And I want to fight Clarissa Shields. He gonna knock her out, fam.
he gonna finish her.
He gonna finish it. Just imagine a regular nigga that ain't even Earl Spence. That's boxing and he's a professional, but he just average or bottom tier. He probably gonna whoop our ass too.
Right.
Like, bro, let's just be real. Like, bro, because he's been through puberty. He's a grown man, he's been through puberty, so now he's just like, oh, I feel like a woman. I want to be a woman.
I feel like a woman.
I think I don't know. Look, I don't want to say I know how they feel or how they come into that, to being transgender, but I'm just like, how do you get to the point to where you're saying, okay, it's okay for a boy that has went through puberty to say, okay, now I want to compete with women and women are okay. Like, we have the best Caitlyn Jenner is the best person to speak to about that. He competed at the highest level for a man. And
Caitlyn Jenner even he had an opinion about it that everybody seems to like glance over.
Yeah,
he said that he said when they asked him about Lia Thomas and her winning by a second or something like that, he said she put the foot on the brake. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is watching her now. Like, she can't get out there and beat Breezy's by 40 seconds no more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that, because that just looks like it's obvious that you're better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? So now she has to be more in tune. You know what I'm saying, with the public eye and how the perception of things. So she got to make it look like, hey, I'm on the same par with these women when you're really not. And then she even lost. She got last place in one of them races too. I think she took it easy on that because you already knew she got the dub for the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is obvious stuff to me, bro. But
progression. You in college, all you got to do is win one event. Just win one. Because if you come out on some Michael Phelps shit in this first meet, they gonna put a hole in this shit. All bitches gonna be mad. So just come out, win one of the events.
Yeah.
Next time you might win two. We'll deal with it as it happens. That's easy it is.
I've seen I hate to even bring it up with the feminists, bro. But I've seen these feminist pages say that they'll make their argument about how much he has decreased since. I mean, how much his times have decreased since he's transitioned over. Mm-hmm. But when they show the stats or whatever, they're comparing him to the best woman swimmer ever, and that right there in itself is an indictment on your argument. You're not comparing him to the general population of chicks.
To who he's competing against right now.
You're comparing him to the best swimmer ever,
and them only come around like once every blue moon.
Right. Like, come on, bro.
Wow,
come on, bro.
Like, how many Jordans, Kareems and LeBrons and Kobe's come around, bro? Them once in a generation kind of people.
Once in a generation talents, bro. And I want to be certain that we articulate that we're not against the community. We have no issues with the community, but we are advocates for fairness. Right. Fairness, and I'm an advocate for women's sports being women's sports.
Right? And
I like to see Serena go against other women, her contemporaries that are born how she was born. You know what I'm saying? I want get out there and do your thing, but to be born a certain way and then want to compete with the women that you identify with, but you're not actually that. I think it's a bit unfair, man. Like, no indictment on anybody else. My solution would be to start another league, start a whole other league. If you want to hoop, we're gonna start the Joanna Man League. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if you transition, this is what you're gonna be in. This is how you gonna hoop. You're gonna hoop with them, and then you good to go. You feel me? Like, or you want to do a swimming league? Joanna Man Swimming. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say man though. Just say Joanna swimming.
Joanna.
You know, man,
leave
it's just
it,
wild.
leave it open.
I mean, we making jokes about it, but I'm just being for real. Like, you know
I
what I'm
had to
saying?
pull it
Like,
up on my phone,
Yeah.
dog. Like if I just try to give so many different examples because I think that's the only how people really gonna accept it is through examples. Fam, the average time of a woman running the 200 meters is like 23, 24 seconds. The average time of a man is 21.
is that the Olympics sprinters?
Yeah,
Okay,
Olympics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you like 2 seconds is a lot. Like if you're looking at it on a track, 2 seconds is a lot. Like, bro, you're talking about a good stretch of a person and more. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine a dude getting out there. It's just all us dudes in this room, and we both, while all of us are running at 21 seconds, and then the women are at 23, and I'm just like, oh shit. You know, I grew up running this, and now I'm transitioning, and then I've already went through puberty. I don't care what kind of supplements you take. You've already amassed that muscle strength. That's my thing. Like you've already amassed that muscle strength. Like you don't. If you continue working at your craft, you're gonna keep a lot of that.
Right, you are. Yeah.
You're gonna keep a lot of that. So all right, I've amassed that. I'm gonna keep it. But I feel like a woman is gonna decrease. But guess what? You already have an upper hand.
Right. And it's not going to change. It's not going to change until, like we said before we started recording this podcast, it's not going to change until it's LeBronda James declares herself for the draft and gets drafted up number one overall and averaging 70 on everybody. And it's not going to change until Husina Bolt gets out there and runs a 9.6 out there in the 100 meters.
Or Michelle Tyson.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get out there.
Layla Ali in 30 seconds.
Yeah, not even 30 seconds, five. You know what I'm saying?
Two
Get
hits.
up out of there. You know?
Tyson was knocking niggas out in 30 seconds.
Yeah, 8 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He knocking breezes out 2. 1.
Yeah. It's gonna
I
be
tried to get a nigga the 2-piece, but he wasn't hungry.
right. It's gonna be that. It's gonna take that top 5 nigga in the male categories to be like, all right, I want to be a woman, to transition over to the females. And then it's going to show the significant gap in between talent and ability. Yep. And that's not even it's not an indictment on women neither, man. We love our women. We want to see women's sports be solid.
Yeah,
but we want the competition to be fair because there's a lot of women that don't even like the shit. They don't like the shit. They like my mom just saying, nah, that's a dude. You know what I'm saying? My mom just said, like, she just walked, that's a dude, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga,
she is a feminist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a dude. You know, I don't like that shit, bro. Like, so
the most uneducated people in the world be saying stuff like she went through hormone cycles and this and that. And I'm like, my nigga, you can't even count calories.
Yeah, talking about physiology and shit, man.
You trying to talk
I ain't not even qualified for that, bro. I ain't even talking about no physiology and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's not even my lane. I'm dealing with electricity, bro. I just know what I see on what I see on TV. I'm going off eye test. When you beating the broad by 40 seconds, that means that broad is out your league.
Straight up.
40 seconds? That's 40 seconds.
Lot, bro.
When you killing somebody in a race by 40 seconds, that means you don't belong in that race.
And
point blank period.
I think everybody just see the money. It's so crazy because nobody even really sees the competition in it. Like they try to make it about like the competition, like, oh, we just want to compete on the same level and blah blah blah. But it's really just about the money. Stop trying to figure out ways to be included in somebody else's money and figure out ways to make the WNBA better. Like, why are you still trying to sit at the NBA's table? We talk about this all the time. They made their table. Y'all trying to make y'all table. Your table doesn't have as much history as this table does because this table was established first. Work on your table, bro. We just talked about that in Pro Black. Stop focusing on these niggas' tables.
That's true.
Right.
Work on the WNBA, man.
And this ain't come up in the outline, but I want to just say this or whatever. That's the same case for the soccer, the U.S. men's soccer, and U.S. women's soccer.
Yeah.
U.S. women's soccer has been saying that they've been underpaid when really, since they've had this whole dispute about it, they've been being paid more than the men. They just have a different deal than they do.
Yeah.
Like the men accepted the bargaining deal that was beneficial for them, and then everybody expected the women to accept the bargaining deal that was beneficial for them. But then when they started comparing apples to oranges, like, you know, and also not U.S. men, but like the world soccer, whatever, it makes an astronomical amount of money.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how much money they make.
World biggest sport.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the world's biggest sport.
So U.S. men, they get a portion of that pie. You know, it only makes sense. And then women start looking at that like, y'all getting this portion and y'all not doing the work, because, you know, U.S. women be winning. They be winning shit.
Yeah, they be kicking
They be winning shit. So they looking at them like, hey, y'all getting this and y'all ain't winning shit. But you also got to understand, like, they getting the cut of a pie that's way bigger than your pie. So at the end of the day, it's still consistent with what you agreed to at the bargaining table. You just got to accept that shit and keep it pushing. They don't have guaranteed contracts. U.S. men don't have guaranteed money. You know what I'm saying? They make money based on, you know, what they do in the tournament or whatever. So I'm just only bringing that up to say that we got to look at everything from every variable before we start just saying that, hey, it's discrimination against women, or is this not fair, it's unequal. We got to look at everything from every variable before we start just spitting that narrative, because that narrative can get lost in the sauce when it's just taken as face value. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah.
For my shoe head.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
For my shoe
Go
head.
Go ahead, Tony D.
Because I'm mad, bro. I'm mad.
What you mad about?
This time last year, somebody stole my shit. Somebody stole my goddamn Kobe's, bro.
Saw your Kobe's?
Broke in my car, stole my Kobe's. So I'm happy that Vanessa Bryant has reached a deal with Nike that Kobe's will now be made again in the future. I'm so happy.
Kobe's a whack.
No, they're not. Whatever. I'm getting that first pass.
What? This nigga just said Kobe's is what? You talking about a nigga that don't play basketball at all?
You seen? Have you seen Steve in his LeBrons?
Agent, bro.
On Kobe's whack?
Is this a nigga talking about I ain't never played basketball? You can't hoop neither.
Why? Bust your ass. Boy, you better stop.
And what?
Stop.
And what? Checkers?
Everything. You can beat me in hacky
Man,
sack.
you sorry as hell, bro, and everything.
You can beat me in hacky sack. That's about it. But anyways, bro.
Better than this nigga in every aspect of life.
Yeah. All right. Which includes being fat. Yeah, you can beat me in being fat. That's easy. Fat ass nigga.
Yeah, I am. I'm big.
But anyways, anybody who's truly like, who even if you're not in the shoe game, if you hoop, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know Kobe, man. Y'all know how, you know, a lot of the basketball community feels about it. Man, for Nike to really reach a deal with Vanessa Bryant and how they came together to where Kobe is going to we'll have some more Kobe's hitting the streets. I'm all for it. I can get some more Kobe's. Now, one thing that I hope that doesn't happen is all these fucking bots buying up the goddamn shoes and then reselling them for double and triple their worth. That's the shit that I hate. That's the true shit that I hate. Like if a Kobe shoe came out and it's $160, my nigga, I shouldn't have to be paying $220, $250 to go get the same fucking shoe just because you got all these fucking computers set up and you done bought a ball and now you reselling them. Like everybody be like, oh, that's capitalism. Bro, that's bullshit.
Man, listen, bro. On StockX, Kobe, was them sixes? The Kobe 6?
Nah, those the Grinches.
These are going for $980.
Yeah.
Whoo!
Bro, the shoes
broke.
You know what's crazy?
I'm broke.
The Kobe's that I had were at the Nike outlet. I bought them bitches for $100. If you go look on GOAT or StockX right now, you will not find them no cheaper than $300.
Oh yeah.
It's wild like that, bro.
You know,
and I hate it.
The guy did die.
When you pass away, your
it kind of like
it increases your net worth.
Immediately.
But that's why
they kind of stopped making Kobe's, and then he died, and then they stopped making them, and then prices went
way
them
up the
Grinches
roof.
wasn't.
And that's why I'm glad
them
that they
Grinches
bring
might
them
have.
out.
Them Grinches was like they was expensive. They was like $5 or $6.
Yeah, they was already expensive.
Yeah,
it was already expensive.
That's because they stopped making them.
They clean though. They clean.
But
they clean.
you know what I hope Nike does, because you know Nike on their app, you know you can customize your shoes. I'm hoping that they come out with Kobe's to where people can customize their own Kobe's how they want to. Just at least one, signature shoe. LeBron's, you can do it with. I don't remember exactly what LeBron. You could do it with certain shoes. I'm hoping that they do that.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but we not gonna talk about my nigga Kobe and bring that bitch ass nigga LeBron up.
What? Don't do
Whoa.
that.
We just talking about Kobe, dog.
Don't do that.
We
Don't
talking
do
about
that,
Kobe.
bro.
Don't bring LeBron up.
No, don't do that, bro. Because I was not comparing them, bro. Don't do no shit like that.
Even though
bro.
LeBron way better than him.
No, he not.
See, that's the reason
Way
why I said,
better by far.
Stop.
We talking about Kobe shoes, man. Can we?
I
talk
know.
about
No, shout out to Kobe.
I'm
R.I.P. to
about
Kobe.
shoes.
Shout out to Kobe.
Thank you.
Mamba mentality. I play that song I should play that song every day from my boy Eric Bellinger. Just that Mamba mentality. I'm with it.
Yeah.
But he not better than LeBron. He
All
not.
right.
It's only one person with 30, 10, and 10, bro. It's hard to argue against that.
He not better than LeBron.
It's hard to argue against that, fam.
Stat niggas.
But yeah.
I'm talking about eye test. We just talked about eye.
Stat niggas.
I just saw a nigga beat a breezy about 40 seconds, like I said earlier. I'm seeing LeBron is better than him.
No, you're not.
I am looking at it with my eyes.
Your glasses aren't on.
I'm not looking at it right now, motherfucker.
I'm getting a new pair of the Gias when they come out in 2022 for sure.
I'm getting a pair of LeBrons too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, not LeBrons. I'm getting a pair of Kobe's. I got like 3 pair of LeBrons. I need to get a 4th. Young Stacy, holla at me. That's my old lady.
So in the corner, like, nigga, I'm gonna sock you in the face.
Oh, she gonna hold up on. She gonna hold up the left hand. I feel you.
Sock you in the face.
Hey man, hold on. What we moving on to? Hey, for those who are listening, they know the air horn means we jump into another segment around this month.
The judge?
Hey,
Hit the judge.
let's go.
Say,
Let's
man. We rocking with Judge Kenjita Brown-Jackson. We rocking with you. We hope that this transition gets better because it's some bullshit. All the questions that she's been asked in these, what do I want to call them? Because it ain't what it's supposed to be. A lot of these people that are asking her these questions in these little settings are bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit. She's one of the most decorated people that have ever been appointed to Supreme Court justice, and she's not getting her due. That's how I feel. Like, she's not getting her due. If she was white with the same thing, nobody would be asking her these questions. Man, there's a lot of, bro, she's the more decorated than a couple of Supreme Court justices. If you put them all together, like, that's how great she is. And for her to be scrutinized the way that she is, it's some bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
It's some bullshit.
I don't know. I don't know how much I support if she was white, she wouldn't get this narrative, because I think that gives us like a little, it kind of like, we understand that, right? We understand that there are certain things that come with being black. When you step when you sit at certain tables or you get in certain environments, you automatically know that you're going to experience it's going to be a different experience for you regardless of what it is. And so I think that we as black people just have to be more prepared for whatever it is for that experience, right? And so I don't want to give her an excuse by saying, well, it's because she was black, that's the reason that she folded. It's not the reason that she folded, because she wasn't prepared to answer the question.
Whoa. You talking about one question. I'm talking about overall, in totality, how she was treated. That one question, okay, let me back up. What question are you talking about? Because I've seen some of those proceedings, and I'm like, bro, this is all, like, come on, man. Y'all, like, what's the nigga, Lindsey Graham? Come on, bro. Get your ass out the way. Like, you bullshit. Like, ask something pertinent and that's
Ted
real.
Cruz, get out the way.
Ted Cruz, man, get your ass out the way. Like, y'all are doing, like, they were doing the most, and it ain't hard. Like, it's easy to see. It wasn't hard to see. It's like, bro, really? Really? Like, I know hard question. Hard question is a hard question, but when you sitting there looking like.
Did she answer the questions like did she answer the questions professionally and like she was supposed to? Yeah, well, yeah.
Except for That's why I say, except for one, in my opinion.
The woman question.
The woman question. What is a woman? That's the only question where I felt like she didn't answer it. She could have just easily said, well, I'm a woman, so I can tell you what a woman is. But it became like there's so much political bullshit going on behind transgenders and women and men and what is and what ain't. She just decided to say, I'm a bad cover and I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not a biologist, so I can't tell you what a woman is. Man, let's cut the bullshit. Like, we know what a woman is.
Let's cut the shit, bro. Cut the shit.
Like,
cut the
we
shit.
know what a woman
cut the
is.
Shit. Like all the rest of them questions, they were just berating her or whatever, and like see if she gonna fold or whatever. Like that's the only reason. I think it was more or less like a jump you in type deal, like initiation type shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to see how much she's willing to bear and essentially fold. Yeah. And it was a lot. It was a lot to take in. I know it's a lot to take in for her. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is when
comes with the position.
It comes with the position when the country itself is competing against each other. Like, and I think that's the dumbest thing about the U.S. or whatever. And I hate to like take it there, but the dumbest thing is that we have two factions. Everybody keep talking about gang wars and shit like that in L.A. Everybody keep talking about Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? When they had this whole but they got to understand, like, Democrats and Republicans are the two biggest factions in the U.S. And they always against each other. For what reason? I don't know. Because it's supposed to be some bipartisan, shit that, we're going to find the best person that's qualified for this. Not the best Republican that's qualified for this or the best Democrat. The best person.
Yeah.
So why is there so much division with selecting motherfuckers that should be appointed for stuff that represents us in its totality, that represents us in the highest degree?
Money.
Right. So they play the U.S. The U.S. population against each other when they divide us in these factions, which equates to elephants and what's elephants is for Democrats, and what's the other one for Republicans?
I stopped paying attention.
It's like rhino. I forgot what it was, but we got to just stop paying attention to all that, all that shit, and just look at the credentials. Like it's even like with football. We talking about sports the entire time. We talk about the combine or whatever, but fuck the combine. Excuse my language. Look at this nigga tape. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look what he put out on the field.
He be running 4.2 at the combine, but when you look at him, he getting burnt by a nigga running a 4.5.
You can see if somebody's a good football player based on the film that you watch on him. Check tape, motherfucker. Like, don't berate a motherfucker with so many questions that he's not prepared for. Check his qualifications in his actions, not in how he answers certain questions. You know what I'm saying? And
but that's how they move. That's how they move the people is by that's what they put on display, man.
That's how they sway the people. You're right.
It's controlled. Yeah. It's the media. All this shit's controlled by them, whoever them is. You know what I'm saying?
The powers that be.
Right.
The powers that be.
It's all controlled by them. So it makes sense as to why they use things like that. Why we have the presidential debate. Why we have this. Well, it's because they use that to sway public opinion one way or the other. All these TV shows that come on, they be documenting that shit real, man. They make that shit outlandish to try to, they say you want to tell a lie, you put it right in your face or something like that. They try to make it super outlandish to be like, oh, that can't be possible. They can't be doing that. Well, I mean, they doing that, just probably not that deep with it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's what it's supposed to do. It's fucked up that they did it like that.
Yeah. But hey, man, we rocking with her. I hope she'll be the first black woman in, and she's the only public defender, only Supreme Court justice that has ever been a public defender. I think that's dope too.
Yeah, we just gotta start. We just gotta start standing our ground.
When I say
more
diversity, that's included. Like if I bring something to the table that you ain't never done, that's included. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that she gets a chance to shine a light on the stuff that she's bringing with her. That's what I'm saying. I hope so.
Be your authentic self.
Yep.
Stand your ground, but But a lot of times doing things like that doesn't come with you winning a public office. So it sucks that she in that position because she got to do what the public, what appeases the public for her to actually get elected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it sucks, but I don't know. It's a that's why politics is such a slippery slope.
Politics is stupid.
Yeah, it's
in America.
You want to get in, you know what you got to get in to do to make a difference, but then you get in and then you realize, well, shit.
I can barely make a difference because
The only way I can make a difference is if I sell my soul a little bit.
You got to be part of. You gotta be part of the game in order to affect change.
Yeah.
Like, cause all this stuff, like even the money game, like, we talked about this shit. Like to be in that realm of affluent, wealthy people, you got to play the game, and you got to do some wicked. From my understanding, you have to do some things that might go against your moral compass, in order to attain said wealth. And that's we talk. We listen to rappers all the time talking about selling drugs and shit like that. Like, you don't want to affect your community like that, but shit, it's your only way to getting your bread. And I'm like, I'm a firm believer in getting how you live. Yeah, getting how you live, man. I mean, some people don't have a choice. It is what it is, bro. Yeah, straight up. So moving on, man. We're gonna move on from from her. So I hope she retains her position and everything goes smoothly. But I think she did handle that with poise. She handled it with class. You know what I'm saying, and she had some people in the corner that kind of helped her along the way. Yeah. So hopefully, that it translates to her, retaining her seat. And we can move forward from this, but Ted Cruz, shut your bitch ass up. Because when Texas was going through that,
you left
snowstorm.
With a snowstorm, you dipped. So don't let's put you in front of a panel and tell you about it, because we saw you in Intercontinental. You know what I'm saying? About ready to bounce. You feel me? Like when you was completely neglecting your duty. So shut up, nigga. All right, moving on.
We can roll habit ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on.
Moving on. All right, so South Seal for Lil, H-Town. So what's the name of that
Donnie
podcast?
Houston. Donnie Houston. Shout out. Well,
yeah, go ahead.
This, man. Shout out to Donnie Houston. Yeah. Donnie Houston really has podcasts, and he brings about a lot of people that's in Houston. Yeah, grown up in Houston, and like. For the culture in Houston.
For the culture, man.
He really interviews everybody. It's dope what he doing. Good job, my nigga. Thank you for bringing on Mad Hatter, because a lot of people still had questions about all of that shit that happened with Trae. And it was good to hear Mad Hatter finally open up his mouth about what has happened with Trae the Truth and the Tay and him being banned. And I'm going to say this.
Go ahead.
Mad Hatter wasn't keeping it 100, dog. I'm sorry. Like, you wasn't keeping it 100, bro. Like, I rock with you. You been here. You was at 102, and then you transitioned to 97.9. Cool. But, man, look, you ain't above calling a spade a spade.
Yep.
The Tay was wrong for how she came at that nigga, how she came at Trae. And it's okay for you to say that, but it's okay for you to still have her back.
Right.
Like, I'm going to always have my partners back, but I can also tell them when they wrong. But you didn't do that. Like, every time that you hear about Trae and 97.9, if you talk to somebody from the radio station, well, I ain't gonna say the radio station, but if you talk to somebody, Mad Hatter or what's the other, Terry Thomas, is that her name? If you talk to somebody from the radio side of it, they'll always tell you like Trae was in the wrong, Trae did this, Trae did that. But they not gonna tell you like the shit that they did wrong. Mm-hmm. Say, fam. We're not journalists, but we know when we're asking questions and we're inferring on those questions, we're inferring that you're guilty. We're inferring that you did this and that you did that. I can ask a question and make it seem like, hey, you guilty no matter what. That's what was happening with Trae, and he took offense to it. Yeah. Like anybody would. Yeah. Like, fam, I'm having Trae Day. If you're from Houston, we know what Trae Day is. Trae Day is Trae coming out, having concerts, and giving away school supplies and a lot of other more things to the neighborhood in Houston. That's all Trae does on Trae Day. And for some other shit to happen and for him to be, blamed on live air, Like, this was on live air for him to be blamed like that, bro. That was bullshit. They really could have said, "Hey, don't frame your question like this."
And
they didn't.
And they know that his intentions were good. He didn't intend for all that craziness to happen at his event like that.
For sure.
Come on, man. Like, you can't place responsibility at his feet because his intentions for doing it was entirely different than what transpired. And I don't think, Mad Hatter, I rock with Mad Hatter. I've been rocking with him since I was a kid, bro. I've been listening to 97.9 since I don't know how long.
That's what I'm saying. He was in 102.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but for him to frame it, I just hate the way he framed it as for Trae to attack a black woman.
Pandering.
I don't like
that was some bullshit.
How he attacked a black woman, but you're not even like adhering to the fact that Trae may have felt offended by you coming at him how you were coming at him, and you ain't mitigate that shit. You were letting her talk, and that she off the radio now. I mean that's another story, but you got to play that in. You got to put that in perspective. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a part of the story,
right? We've seen people on, like, they get interviewed that don't like the questioning, and then they'll get offended. We saw Chris Brown. He was on the morning show. I mean, Today's show with I forgot the lady's name or whatever, but she was asking him questions about stuff that happened with Rihanna. He was like, "I'm here to talk about the album. I'm here to talk about the album." Like you offended. Like, I'm feeling offended by you. Keep constantly berating me with questions that I don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's your boy name? August Alsina. You remember he was on BET and the old girl Roxy kept asking him some shit, and he was like, "Oh, so you just gonna go against the grain?" We just didn't talk about this. Like, don't ask me this right here,
come on, man.
And right now, man. Look, all I'm gonna say is, bro, we know what Trae was trying to do and what he's still doing.
Yeah, we know he for H. He for the H.
Like, we
know. Off muscle, like, ain't no holds barred. This man is for the H. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does a lot of stuff for the community. Houston is fully ingratiated and fully ingrained in his fibers and well being. Yeah. So we can't take situations like that and then like judge the man based on like an isolated incident that he wasn't even responsible for. Right. Like, he's trying to get the city together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I'm not gonna sit here and absolve him because he ain't have to go that damn hard. But that's what he did.
I mean, he didn't make a song, but how many niggas make songs about shit? How many makes diss songs, bro?
Right.
Like, everybody make diss songs, bro.
I say this: 2 wrongs don't make it right.
All right.
And I'm going to leave it at that. But the problem that I have is everybody's pointing the finger. And I really wish that somebody can say, all right, we're going to make this shit right.
Yeah. Or just look at both aspects of it and be like, all right, this is where you messed up. This is where I messed up. We can come together on this, and then we can squash all this bullshit.
Trae has put out a lot of good records that should be on the radio.
I mean, who cares what kind of... I mean, yeah, he put out some good records, but dog, like, nobody is looking at what he does in the community. Like, that dude literally does a bunch in the community. Like, they got a whole organization that, I mean, I always see him and Rogers posting stuff about the things that they do around the city. It's like, was that one incident that big where you thought he was being...
But for them, it was.
That's what I'm saying. It can't be. It can't be.
We have to have somebody.
The magnitude of what he did versus what he does for the city it's not even.
It's not even.
It's like this.
It's not even.
That event, what he does for the city, it's like night and day. So.
Hey, I rock with you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna get mine off TLP.
All top.
You know what I'm saying?
We rock.
So shit, I rock. If
you're gonna get yours off TIP,
I said TOP. I fucked it up. Maybe I fucked up TIP. I'm gonna get mine off TOP. God damn it. That's my joint right now. I'm jamming that whole real tough right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, hey guys.
There's nothing else to leave the people.
Yeah, you don't want to leave nobody with. You don't want to leave people with nothing.
We just talk about current events.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. You know, we was in there. Yeah, we did our thing. You want to leave somebody? You want to leave them with something, bro?
Like, subscribe, comment.
Abominable.
If there's any men out there who want to like, comment, subscribe, we 3 girls would appreciate it if you would make it happen.
See, time out. Nah, not we 3 girls. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Us millennials, we would definitely appreciate you guys
Like,
you guys
subscribe,
did that.
comment.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
We out here, man.
Peace and blessings, people. Peace and blessings.
I ain't got time for the okay. All my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get bull. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for hating. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't